So I'm going to demonstrate how to administer the Vineland Adaptive Behavior Scale Edition 2. So just so we know, typically we're going to administer this survey by speaking with the parent. Since I'm using my son and my daughter, I'm going to be asking my daughter as a caregiver, because she's a caregiver to my son, some questions. Generally, you don't really have to have the child in the room with you, but we're going to have Matthew here just to demonstrate some of the skills, although it is not necessary for a child at all to demonstrate the skills, and I want to be clear about that. All right, so, hi Lily. So I guess for communication, for receptive communication, which would be Matthew understanding what is being said to him. That's receptive. What would you? I think his age. We have to find what the basal is, and I would say that his age for understanding what's being told to him, receptive language, is probably around 2, somewhere in 2. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, like 2 or 3.
Between 2 and 3.
Yeah.
All right, so somewhere in the 2 age range.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
When we tell him to do something, he really pretty much understands it.
Okay. So let me ask you some questions, and maybe Matthew can help us too. Does he point to at least 3 major body parts when asked? For example, his nose or his mouth? He does?
Yes. Okay.
Now I know that he does this. And you don't have to have the child demonstrate it for you, but I will have Matthew demonstrate. Matthew? Okay, first, can you touch your nose?
Nose.
Can you touch your ears?
You.
Can you touch your mouth?
Mouth.
Can you touch your shoulders?
Shoulder.
Shoulders. What did you want?
I want
Red toast, sure. No, he can do that without getting a reward, but we just happen to be sitting here eating lunch. So I would say that he does that usually, right? Would you say he points to at least 3 major body parts or more, usually? Okay. Does he point to common objects in a book or a magazine as they are named? For instance, a dog, a car, a cup, or a key?
Yeah, I think so.
He does? Okay, and I would agree too, as long as he knows what the item is, I know that he can point to it. We might have to use a directive such as point to the dog, but he can do it. But let's just see. All right, Matthew, we got our Mickey Mouse book, okay? Let's see. Matthew, can you touch car?
Car.
Okay. Matthew, touch boat. Boat, right? Yeah. Oh, this one's hard. Matthew, where's the blueberries? Right, those are your favorite blueberries. So he did 3. He was able to point to 3 without a problem. Here's some toast, some bread. So we're going to say that he usually does that, right?
Yes.
Okay. Does he listen to instructions?
Yeah, but sometimes you have to repeat the instructions.
Okay. Can you give me an example of what he might listen to?
Like Matthew sit down, or Matthew take off jacket, or take off shoes.
So kind of 1-step instructions. He listens to 1-step instructions. Okay. And does he usually do that? Okay. Thank you. Does he follow instructions with 1 action and 1 object? For example, bring the book to me or close the door.
Yeah.
I would agree. He does do that. All right, so those are all in the age range of 2. So now we're getting into the age range. Do you want some more bread? Sure. Hold on. So now we're getting into the age range of 3. Does he point to at least 5 minor body parts? For instance, the fingers, the elbow, the teeth, and the toes. That's just an example. It doesn't have to be exactly those, but minor body parts.
I think some can.
Okay. I would agree. I would say that it would be sometimes or partially. So let's just ask Matthew. And again, you don't have to ask the child to do this. We're just demonstrating for you since I had to have a child in this video. Matthew, can I have your bread? Please?
Mommy.
No. Give mommy bread. Thanks. I know you want bread. I'm gonna wait for you to finish. Okay, listen to me. Touch elbow.
Mommy.
Elbow, good. Touch teeth. Teeth, right. Touch finger. Finger, okay, that's good. Touch. What should I touch? Touch chin.
Chin.
I don't know if that's a major body part or not. But I would say that generally that goes into sometimes or partially. Okay, so does the child, does your brother follow instructions of if then? For example, if you want to play outside, then put your things away.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, he does? Okay. So first, like in a first then type way, you know,
Yeah.
first clean up, then outside. Okay, and then he'll be able to clean up. Okay, and he usually does that?
Sometimes.
Sometimes, okay, so we're gonna sometimes for that. Does he listen to a story for at least 15 minutes?
Not really.
Yeah, I would agree, not really. All right, so we might be reaching our ceiling now. Does he listen to a story for at least 30 minutes is the next question.
God,
No. So I think we've reached our ceiling. Does he follow a 3-part instructions? For example, brush your teeth, get dressed, and make your bed. No.
Well, I've never really asked him the 3-step question.
Yeah, I think we could pretty safely say that that's not in his ability yet. Does he follow instructions heard 5 minutes before?
Like, they asked a question, and then 5 minutes later he does. No, I don't think so.
No. Okay, so so now we're getting a lot of answers that are in the never category. He never does. So that's called reaching your ceiling. So then you can stop administering that part of the test, and we did the receptive part of the communication domain.